I don't want you to quit so early. I don't want you to pull the kill switch so early. There's a lot of times that we abandon situations and we jump out of problems so hastily. And I believe that one of the main ones is because we're just not mature enough to handle the situation in which we're going in. We may feel overwhelmed, and so we just want to get out of it very quickly. But the problem with pulling the kill switch too early is that prematurely, you never know if you're killing a dream of yours. You never know if you're ruining an opportunity, or if you're walking out of a relationship that probably was good for you, but because you pulled the kill switch so early, you didn't even give that person the opportunity to really assess or evaluate if they was doing something wrong, or to come back and to apologize, because you just jumped out of it real quick. But when it comes to our visions and our dreams and our goals, I think a lot of times, because we don't see the superficial things up front, because we don't see the reward, because we don't see the response that we believe that we should be getting, I believe that we pull the kill switch and we abandon our dream, and we abandon the cause of what it is that we actually was set out to do. And I believe that a lot of times we could be doing something right. And I believe that you are doing something right. Just because you don't necessarily see the rewards of the success that you want to see at that particular point in time doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing something incorrect. This is for an entrepreneur. When you start your business, you may not necessarily see the return on investment that you wanted to see at a particular point in time. You may not necessarily see the turn in business. You may not necessarily be getting the clientele that you want to get, but that doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. You could be doing something right, but it just takes a process. And a lot of times we often have this perception on what we think success is, and we define it by what we see someone else doing. And we judge success by their rewards. So when we see their cars, their yachts, their boats, when we see them fulfilling their dreams, we compare ourselves up against them. But I believe that when you see all of those things, those are the aftermath of them being successful. I believe that the boats, the yachts, the money, all of those are rewards for them being successful, for them putting in the hard work, the hard time. And my definition of success is when you have your dream, or when you have a plan and you're making forward steps to get to that destination, and you're progressing. So you're progressing in your dream, and you're progressing in your plans. I believe that that's success. And if you wait around and respect the process and not be so quick to push the kill switch, you will eventually see the rewards of you being successful. But a lot of times, we often just want to pull a kill switch and quit way too early, way prematurely. And I want you to know the message is you are doing something right. For the college graduates, you've been accepted to schools. Congratulations, you're about to start a defining moment in your life. Now, some of you may not have gotten accepted to the school in which you wanted to get accepted to, but that's okay, because you never know what opportunity was closed for you, or what opportunity was blocked for you from your creator, so that another opportunity can come in there. Law of physics says that two things can't occupy the same space at one time. So imagine it like this. If there's a parking spot, and if there's a car that's already parked there, you cannot get your car into that parking spot until that car moves out. So sometimes our opportunities, or the things in which we think is best for us, are moved out so that what's really best for us and what we need can move in. To the individual who may feel like life is just coming down on them, and they just feel like no one understands them, and they just ready to hang it all up, I want you to know that you are doing something right as well. If you came across this message, this is not by accident. And for the mere fact that you've even clicked on to try and look for a motivational video, or to try and look for an inspirational video, or just try to look for help amongst yourself to get yourself out of that situation, even though you might be feeling like every time you turn around there's a dark corner and you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I want you to know that you're doing something right, but again, things take time and there's a process for everything. You know, technology has us thinking that everything should be given to us at the drop of a dime. We want this, what I call add to cart type of response for everything, and that's where there's not really any type of work hours or hard labor put in. It's just, I see what I want, I put it inside the cart, I push the button, boom, it should be given to me. It's gonna be delivered to me within 1 to 2 days. And all of these things and that quick response, it somehow programs us to think that everything should be like that. But when working on yourself, when working on pursuing your dreams, when going out there, whether you wanna be a baker or a photographer or whatever it is that you wanna do, it all takes time. And like I said, a lot of times we compare ourselves against the rewards that we see from someone else being successful. But I want you to think about this as well. When you look at someone else and you're looking at them and you're saying, I can do a better version of that, what you're programming your mind is to say that I can be a better version of them. And that's the wrong attitude. And it's no way you're gonna be successful that way, because you're on somebody else's track. And who knows when they're gonna derail, who knows when they're gonna turn off, but that track may not necessarily be going in a direction in which you want it to go. All you see is the rewards and you wanna get the reward, so now you're trying to be a better version of them. So it sounds silly, but that's like you waking up early in the morning, looking inside the mirror saying, I wanna be a better version of this person. I wanna be a better version of that person. And you have your creator looking down at you saying, but I created you to be you. And I installed gifts and talents inside of you. And why would you want to be a better version of someone else? So it sounds weird, it sounds funny, but that's what I like to do. I like to give you messages and help shift your mind to maybe get you to think things differently and to change your perception on things. Because again, you may be doing something right, but you may not necessarily be seeing the response that you want to see at that particular point in time. But I just want you to know to keep going, because you definitely got this. Till next time.